Hello friends, welcome back. So now we are going to create the second part of this tower, and that is the rooftop part. But this time I will, write down all the content I require here in this controller. Okay, and then we will create the rooftop part. Okay, so just start. So now I have selected the controller, and then I will go to the edit parameters, and then here I'm going to create. So first of all, I will take a folder, and then I will keep this folder within tower project. Okay, so that will be coming within that thing, and then I'll name it rooftop, and that will be uh, this. Okay, so you can change the name according to your liking. So that is only the folder. So apply this, and this folder will come like this. So now we will go and create different parameters we want. So first of all, I will take two, that is radius of the roof and roundness of rooftop. Okay, two. So that is radius and roundness, um, both are they are not integers, they are floating point numbers. So we will take only the float value here, and then I will keep it here like this, and then the other one. Okay, so these two value will be here, and just write down the labels and all the name. So radius of rooftop, and next will be roundness of rooftop, and then I'm going to uh, make a separator, after that. So we will take a separator here. This is a separator that will create some sort of gap between, after this one. So that will be a separator. Okay, and then apply, and you'll be getting something like that. But in the very starting of that, because I want to create a switch for that, the rooftop, maybe whether I want to get the rooftop, or I want to keep it switch off. So for that one, I will take one toggle, So I'll come here and then take a toggle here, right here. But that will be in the very starting of that, so we'll keep it here, right? And then that will be rooftop. Okay, and then apply, so it will come like this. Okay, and then I'll go and make the thickness of base. So there is a base also in the rooftop. So then we will take again uh, this one, that will be the base of rooftop, and a roundness of base, again two floating point numbers. Okay, so that is uh, thickness of base, and then roundness of base. Okay, and then I will take a separator again. So I just want to, give me many options here, and that is why I am telling you new things here. Okay, so that maybe when you are going to create these kind of things, like the whole interface, then you must be having many options. Okay, and then we'll go that we are going to create height of I am also giving two boundaries here. One is higher and the other is lower. So we will again take two float values, and this will be height of boundary 1, and that will be height of boundary 2, height of boundary 2, and then again after this we'll take a separator, and then after that I'll be taking a label. Okay, so this is label here. I'll take a label, and in label, I am like in the boundary, I'm putting some stones there. So I am giving you the probability of stones. Like two boundaries are there, and they both are made up of stones. So I'm giving you option of getting the number of stones, maybe either the boundary 1 or the boundary 2 will be longer or smaller, something like that. So we can choose out of that. Maybe we want alternate stones of boundary 1 and boundary 2, or maybe we want two stones of boundary 1 and then one stone of boundary 2, something like that. So this kind of option. So maybe I had some confusion what to give, and this is a confusing name, but my aim is just to make you understand how these things are coming, so you can keep the name, see whatever you wish. So here in the label I am going to write that is the probability of stones, probability of stones, and that is what I'm going to write, probability of stones, right? So this label, oh sorry, this will be its label, and this will be coming like this. Okay, then this will be probability of stones. Okay, and here I'm going to give two options. They are little confusing, but just take it in the way you like. So that will be both are integers, because these are number of stones. Okay, so we will take the integer value, which is this one, and the other will also be integer. Okay, so this will be stones of boundary 1, stones of boundary 1 out of stones out of stones out of stones 2. Okay, so this is what we have now, and then we'll apply and then we'll accept. So these are the parameters we require while creating the rooftop. Okay, so let's start, I think. So I'll be starting from the point where I left this tower one, and then I'll be going to the second one, this one. So I'll keep it here, and then I'll start from here. Okay, so for this one, I will be, if I don't want this, then I can go to enter part, and then I will take a null, and then uh, I will make it blue color or something, or black or whatever, and then I'll name it tower. I'll be starting with the circle, and here in this circle I'm going to take this ZX plane, and then I want to keep it polygons, primitive type, and then I want 24 divisions, and I will keep the arc open like this, and here I'll come and I will keep the display of points and primitives on, so we have only one primitive here, so uh, I will be using convert line so that I can have at each segment I can have a primitive. So now these primitives are there, and then I will start again for in loop. So for each, and that will be for primitive. Right. I can borrow it from there, but that's fine. So for each one, so we'll start with this, and then we'll be getting this primitive here, and then I'm going to take a transform. We are going to take a transform, and then we'll keep this value to 0.9, and then I will add merge. Okay, so this value is here, and now I will take a skin, so that surface can be created for that, and then I will take reverse node, so that the direction of the normals is on the positive axis of y, and that's it. Okay, so this is what we are getting here, and now I will switch off these things because we don't require it, and now I am going to take now here I'll have to select, as I've already told you, I want to give two kinds of boundaries here, so I'll have to make a selection for that. Okay, I'll want to make a selection of that, and then I'll have to see whether I want to give you any kind of probability there or not. Maybe I want to create some, a solid wall, or even a boundary wall, only one boundary wall or two boundary walls, and without any uh, um, like any kind of probability there. Okay, so here I will come, and then um, people we have done groups a lot, and I have I created one video on groups also, and then there in that video I told you about so many options in the group, and I am using one of them, that is group range, and that this is my favorite one. So I'll be using this group by range and then connect it here. Okay, so I will be selecting the primitives, and by default this will select all the primitives, and here I'll come, maybe I have already told you about these options here, so I will not go here. There is no need of getting into this kind of part, so I will just straight go to the range filter. Why? Because I want to select range. Maybe there are two range, maybe one even number or odd number. We can take like that. So this is select one, and that is one. So maybe I can select one out of two polygons and two primitives, and this will be like this, even and odd. And maybe I can also select maybe two out of four like this, or three out of four like this. So this will become easy. So I will connect this value to the controller, and then everything will be fine, because this is procedural and there is no problem at all. Sorry. So I will keep it one out of two for now. Alternate. Alternate. Okay, so that is, so I will keep this because I am going to use this group range in the poly extrude, so I'm going to name it. So uh, group name is poly grp, poly group. Why? Because I want to use it there, that's why. Fine. And then I will go and take a blast. I'll go and take a blast, and then I will select this group here, poly group, and only one of them is deleted, and then I will take another blast, and then so this is one part and this is other part, so I will come here and then I will take delete not selected, and then here, so this is the first one, the even numbers, and these are odd numbers. Okay, so I'll keep it like that. Okay, this is odd and this is even and odd, that is odd prims. Okay, and these are even prims, even prims, right? Okay, so here in both of them I have to give the same kind of thing. So this is boundary 1 and this is boundary 2. Okay, and then I'm going to use poly extrude. Poly extrude. So I'm going to use poly extrude. Yeah, right, and then give it some value here in the distance, that is 2. Okay, so we'll take 0.2. Okay, and this is going to take like I'll name it height of boundary 1. Height of boundary 1. Okay, and in the same manner I'll take height of boundary 2. Yeah, so I'll keep it maybe lower boundary, and this will be higher boundary, or this will be higher boundary, that is the lower boundary, so I'll take it 4, and then I'll keep it 2. Okay, so this will be 4, which is this one, and this is 2, which is lower one. That's right. And then I am going to take, and then I'm going to do one more thing I want to tell you here. Suppose if I don't take 1, maybe I take 2. So I'll come here in the group range and then I'll take 2 for certain reason. So I'll select 2 maybe. Okay. So I'll select 2 and then out of 4 like this, right? So that is this part. And now I will come here and then I will give some maybe roundness here. Roundness here. For that I will take poly. So poly bevel, and then poly bevel, and then I'm going to give it some value like 0.02, and then I'm going to give some segments like 3. So that is the problem. This is the problem, and that is why I changed the value. I want to keep it a single stone, not 2 stones. Okay, so that means if this 2 primitives are selected, because I used convert lines, so all the primitives were separate. So what I have to do, I'm saying if I choose more than 1 here in the primitives, then they should be this should be one part. I mean, it should not be separate. So what I'm going to do for that, I will come here and after prims I'm going to use one node here, and that node is fuse. Okay, so this will fuse the points here, and now if I use this one, and then this is going to fix the value. That's fine. Okay, so without fuse and with fuse. Okay, right. So this is that, and then I'm going to use this fuse also here also. That is press Y and then cross it. Okay, that is the shortcut here. Right, fuse, and then we are going to use Control C, Control V. Will keep the value same here, and then that will be this. So this is this one, and this is this one. Right. Okay, and here I'm going to merge them. So select both of them and then connect it to merge, and then we have both these things here. Okay, so this is boundary 1, this is boundary 1, and this is boundary 2. Okay, so yeah, that is there. So now merge, and then I will take a null. Press C and then color it and name it boundaries. Boundaries. Yeah, and I'll save it. Okay, so we can make it. I will select all these and press A and then drag it up. Okay, so they will be straighten up, and here I can also do it. Maybe I can also go in the layout and select them and then align nodes vertically. Okay, so they'll be aligned here. Okay, so that is the boundary part, and now below the boundary I want to give a base here also. Okay, so now I'll be creating the base. So what I will do, I will take the same circle here, same circle or a different circle. I will take same circle, and then I will start from here because it is not going to have many nodes. So that is Control V, and then uh, I want to make this base a little, the radius of this base a little more than this boundary one. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to use, what I'm going to do here, I will come here and then keep this value, these two values same. So I will take this one and then copy parameter and then paste relative reference here. Okay, fine. And now I will come here and then make, yeah, so circle, and now I will come here and then I will take this one, and then so what I'm going to do, I will go here and keep this value same, like, so I will come here and then take this value, right click here and then copy parameter. Okay, and then I will paste it here, paste relative reference. Yeah, okay, and then I want to keep it polygon ZX 24, and then I want to close it. And then I'm going to use a reverse node. And then I'm going to take a poly extrude. Okay, and I will increase this value 0.1 or maybe 0.5, and then I'm going to give some poly bevel here, poly bevel here. Can't I select this segment here? Yeah, I want to select only these two edges, this edge and this edge, but this edge not manually. So I'll come here in the poly extrude and I will close this one, output back, and then we'll be having this. And now I want to select this edge and these edges, okay, but procedurally, not manually, because if I select it manually and when I change number of segments, okay, that will be, a big mistake. So what I will do, I will go here in this one, and now I will take a group. Okay, group, and then here I'm going to take not primitive but edges, and then I want to select these edges and I want to select these edges. So I will go to, keep by normals, and I will remove this one and then keep by normals, and then I will, because I will take this y-axis not z-axis, so I will keep it 1, right, and then I will reduce this angle to 0, no, more than 0 of course, like 90 degrees, 90 degrees, yeah, so that will be 90 degrees, no, that will be below 90, that is 20, and that is 60, or maybe 80. So that is 80. So in 80 degrees I will get this value, and along with that I want to get this value also. How can I do that? So maybe I'll take another one. So this will be group, this will be top edges. This will be top edges. And then I will take another one. Just copy and paste this one only. Right. And this will be bottom edges. Bottom edges. And now what I have to do, I have just to keep this direction to -1. And that's all. Okay. And then we will go here, poly bevel. And then I want to choose this edges, top edges and bottom edges in the group. So if I keep this value to 0.02, then see this is giving the beveling everywhere, but I want to select this one. So I'll come here and then I will increase the number of segments to 3, and then we are having beveling at all the edges. I'll come here and then select the group here. So I will take top edges like this, and then I'm going to take bottom edges, right? That is all cool. So if I increase number of segments here in the circle, so that is not going to create any problem. So that is like 50 divisions, and then there is no problem, right? So we'll keep it 24 and then go ahead. Okay, so now this is the base part, and then I will take a null. Okay, and I'll color it blue. This or this, I don't know which one I took. And then I will name it as the base, right? So I will select this and then press A and left mouse button and drag it up. Yeah. Okay. So that is base. So this is base, and this is boundaries. And I want to keep these boundaries always above the base, actually on the base, not above the base, on the base. So what I will do, I will connect them together. I will connect them together. So take a merge. Okay, so right now we are getting this. So we'll go in the poly extrude and we will take this distance and then copy parameter. And then I'll come here and after boundary, I will take a transform, and then I will paste here in the Y translate, paste relative reference and enter. And then bingo, this will always be at the top of this one, at the top of this one. What is there? Just let me see. Okay, so this should not be open. How can we fix that? We'll go to this one and then we'll have to switch on this part and then here output back. Okay, so now this is done and then we'll come here and then everything is perfect. Cool. So I can reduce, even if I reduce the height of this, okay, base, this boundary will always be on the top of that. So I'll keep it maybe 0.2 like this. But I had one more thing here. I just want to keep this value a little, the diameter or the radius, whatever you call it, higher than this boundary. So what I'm going to do, I will go to circle and then we'll keep it little higher. I am giving this a constant value. Maybe I can create a channel for that also, but not for now. You can do that. So that is, I will add a few something like plus 0.5. Oh, so I will take this value, copy parameter and paste it here. Paste relative reference and yeah, this value like this, or maybe I'll keep it 0.2. That is fine. Okay, so because I'm getting lazy and that's why I'm not, taking anything here and I don't want to calculate this value. Okay, so this boundary will always be at the top of that and then we can handle everything here. So now what we have to do, we have just to connect them together, all of them. So here is our this guy tower which we created in the last video, and here is our controller. So I always keep the controller you know just close to me. So here is tower, and then I want to create a switch, whether I want this, so I will take a null, and this is the whole base, this is base and this is boundary. And then I will take a null here because this is total rooftop. So I will take a null here and then I'll name it, I will color it like this, and then I'll name it rooftop. Rooftop. Okay, so this is entire rooftop. Okay, we have to tackle one more thing. This rooftop will always be at the top of the tower, always be, whenever we are, whether we are switching it on or not, this always be at the top of that. Maybe this won't be visible to us only. So now I will take this tower value, this value, we have this value, and then we have this rooftop value, and then we have to connect them together. So what I will do, I will take a switch, I will take a switch node and then connect both of these together here. Okay, so now this is there, but this is it. So maybe, okay, if I come here and then this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 1 and this is rooftop. Okay, but I really don't want to keep it here. I want to keep it at the top of that thing. So maybe um, I'm increasing this value here, circle value, and then I'm increasing this value to 2. Okay, and if I increase that value, the whole value of the rooftop will be increased along with that. Okay, so I'll come here and then press 1 and then see this thing is there. Okay, so now we are also taking the radius of the base, and then we'll have to radius of the base. So I'm going to fix this. That value was actually fixed. What's happening? Okay, so let me see it. Hmm, okay, so this value is here, and then I took this value and then copy parameter, then I'll go here. Why it is like that? I'll do it again. Paste relative reference. Okay, okay, this uniform value is there. So I will not take this value here. I will keep it 1. Okay, I will not touch this value. So I will delete this one and I'll keep it 1. Okay, and then I'll come here and then I will also keep it 1, and now I will take this uniform value. Okay, so this will handle the whole thing. So I'll keep it here and then I'll drop it here. I'm so sorry, that was wrong. and then I want to add some more value 0.2. Okay, so now I think it will be fixed like this. Okay, so if I decrease value from here, then this value will be tackled in the same manner. Okay, and now, so that is the switch. Okay, that is the switch. So I definitely want to keep this value, but I want to keep this value at the top of this. How can we do that? So I'll have to measure this value, and this is the value. So from where I can get that value? I will be getting this value from here. Okay, from here. No, this is taper value. How can I get that value? Yeah, capture length. This is the same value here, right? This is the same value here. So I will take this value. Okay, and then that will be copy parameter, and then I'll come here, rooftop, and the rooftop I will take a transform node, and then in the y-axis I will at it and paste relative reference and enter. Okay, so if I go to 2, that is at the top of that, right? So what if I want both the things here? What if I want to get both the things here? Then I will merge this value again on this one. So I will come here, and then what I will do, I will take a merge. Okay, oh sorry, I will take a merge, and then I'll connect this here, and then I'll connect this here, and then here. Okay, yeah, so I will fix this value a little. So okay, we'll handle this value. So this is this, and then if I go to this one and then check it out, right? So what I will do, I will come here, and then maybe I'll go to controller, and then I'll come here, copy parameter. Okay, and then we'll put it there in the switch, paste relative reference, enter. Okay, that's good. So if I go to the controller again, so this is off, and when I click on that, this will be on, right? That's good. Okay, so this will be on by for now, and then I'll change a few things. I'll have to connect all these value to the rooftop value also. So now I will be starting this, the radius of the top, and then come here, right click, copy parameter, and the radius of the rooftop, and that is here. That is here. Not this one, this one. Paste relative reference and enter. Okay, what is that? Okay. Okay, so I'll have to take some value, very from the very starting. Like this cannot be like this, even when you're starting with one value or two value. So I'll take maybe one value or two value, something like that, from the very beginning. So I'll go to controller. And then I will keep this value. This is radius of the rooftop, and then maybe 3 or maybe 2, whatever value is. So I will keep this value 1. I will take 1 as the default value. Okay, I will take the 1 as the default value. right? So I'll go here, select this one, and then click here, edit parameter, and then select radius of rooftop and press 1 and then lock it, right? And then apply. So nobody can go below 1. So I'll keep this value to 2. Right. And the next is roundness of rooftop. That is divisions. Roundness of rooftop. So by default, I will keep the divisions to 6. And then you can change that value. So I'll come here and I will go to this one and then here and then roundness of rooftop, and then I'll keep this value to 6 by default. Apply and then select this value. So we cannot go below 6, right? Excuse me. This is roundness of rooftop. Okay, this is going to be number of divisions. So we should have taken this as the integer, not a float value, but that's fine. You can change that value. So copy parameter, and then I am going to take this value here, from here, and then I'll go to this one, circle, and then number of divisions here. So paste relative reference and enter 6. So why this is happening? Because we took more than 2. Okay. So here we are going to change this value. Very soon we will change it. But for now we can come here and in the controller and then we can change this value. This value from here. Okay, so these two values are fine. And I will change the number of roundness of rooftop to 24 again. Okay, so this been fixed. Okay, so now we are going to fix it soon. Okay, that is where you have to find out, the number of stones here. Okay, fine. Now the thickness of base and roundness of base, which is this one. Okay, so one is extrude, the other is bevel. Okay, so thickness of this. So that is thickness of base. Thickness this. So base is here. So we'll go to polyextrude, and this is thickness. So 0.3. We'll keep it maybe 0.1 by default. So thickness of base, and we'll keep it 0.1. Okay, we'll keep it 0.1 by default. Okay, so that will be 0.1 and then apply, and then we'll go here. Sorry, I'll go to here and I'll change thickness of base. That is right click and copy parameter and polyextrude of base, and then we're going to paste it here. Okay, and then I will remove this value and enter. Right, so we can increase this value now. Okay, and now the roundness of this, maybe of the edges, it should be actually roundness of base. No, it should be roundness of edges. Okay, fine. So that will be the bevel part, and we'll keep it 0.02 by default. 0.02 by default, and 1 last value, and then apply. Okay, so roundness, right click, copy parameter, and then we'll go to bevel, this one. Okay, and then we will paste relative reference. Right, so I will just change a little so that I can understand. Okay, the values are fine. 0.03. Yeah, right. Okay, so we can also increase and decrease the number of segments here, but right now I'm not going to do that. Okay, so height of boundary 1, and that is here. That is here. This one, height of boundary 1. Okay, so I'll come here. No, I'll take it there actually. That is going to be okay. So I'll come here and then height of boundary 1, that is 0.1. I'll keep it. I click. So I'll check first of all. So that is height of boundary 1, that is 0.4. 0.4, and that is 0.2. Okay, so that is 0.4. So that will be 0.2. Okay, so 0.4. So I will keep this value, the minimum value here, 0.4. That is height of boundary 1, and that will be 0.4. And then lock it, and then keep it 1 maybe maximum. Or 2 maximum, and then apply. Right, I'll come here, and then that is boundary, copy parameter, and then height of boundary, and then this is going to be the value, paste relative reference. Right, and then 2, that is height of boundary 2. So that was, I'll keep it 0.2. Okay, and then 1 maximum, and then apply. So I'll go to this one, and height of this, copy parameter, paste relative reference. Right, so I can come here and we can change the values. So this will be a little higher, and this will be a little higher, like that. Right, so the next is this one. That means, taking the number of stones of boundary 1 and boundary 2. So we'll save it, and then stones of boundary 1. Stones of boundary 1. So this value we are going to get here in the group range. So I'll keep it here, and then go in the group range. Okay, so suppose if I select 1 out of every 2, okay, then this will be like this. And if I make 2 or 3 out of every 6, then we are going to get this, 3 of 1 and 3 of 2. So we will keep this value, we'll connect this value to the controller, and that will be your choice. And that will also depend upon the number of segments we have. Okay, suppose if you increase the value more than the number of segment, then you are in trouble. Okay, and maybe I have not taken this value to that level where all the guards are there to protect those things. Right, this is very basic one, and I think you can understand that. All right, so that will be 1 out of 2. So that will be 1 and out of every 2. That means even and odd maybe. So I'll come here, I'll go here, and then I'll keep it 1. And so this will be, minimum value will be 1. Right? Minimum value of first will be 1. So I'll come here, and this will be 1. This is an integer. So lock this value, and then apply, and then go in the second one and lock this value to 2 and then apply. So the minimum value this will be having is 1 and this will be 2. That means it will not go below that value. So if I go, and this will be apply and accept. So if I go and change the number of segments here, so that means what is the number of segment? That is the roundness of rooftop. Okay, so if I decrease this value to, this should be an integer, okay, to any label, like, so one part of two parts will be selected, and then you can take it down to that level, and then this is not going to create any problem, because, but if I take maybe two, then this is going to be a problem, like that. And okay, for now that's fine, right? Is it connected? I don't think so. So let's have a look. But this is definitely connected. This is also not connected. Yeah, the thing is connected. So now I'll come here, and then I'll go copy parameter, and then we'll take this value here, paste relative reference, enter, and then here, and then I'll go to this one, and then copy parameter, and then paste relative reference. Yes, now this is a problem, because we are, selecting more than the total values, so there must be a probability. Okay, so now I'll come here, so I will take, maybe these are perhaps 6 segments, so we will take maybe alternate values, and then we are cool with that. Okay, so if I increase number of roundness of rooftop to 32, then this will be like this, and then we can take more options here. We can take 2 out of 4, or maybe out of 3, or out of 6, and this will be like this, and then we'll have to increase this value a little more, and then this must be 48. Oh, sorry, that is the height, but you have understood this thing. So we'll keep it like this, and this like this, and so this is I think now you have learned a lot of things. So the final, so everything is done, so we have to give it a last null, so that we can import this one if we want to destroy maybe the tower or something. So like connect this one here, and then press C, and then this will be like this, and then this will be uh, final tower, final tower. Okay, so this is final tower, and I think you have learned something out of this tutorial, and I hope, I really hope that you have liked this one. So if I come here, so just as a last look, maybe I can change a few things here. So this was the radius of the tower, okay, and this was the height of the tower, this was the height of the tower, and then bricks rotation was there, and then inner thickness was there, and then roundness of brick was there, and then top radius was there. So these all the things were there, and today we like in this video we completed this part, radius of the rooftop, okay, and then maybe roundness and thickness of base, maybe we can increase this value depending upon the height of the whole thing, and then we can take the height of the boundary, okay, and then we can decrease or increase this value, and then we can take maybe 2 out of every 4, or out of every 6. So this will be like this, right? So that is this one. And like so this is the final project, and I hope you have liked the tutorial. So I really need your encouragement. If you have liked it, so please let me know that you have liked it through your comments, through subscribing the channel. Maybe you can tell me whether you have liked it or disliked it. That is all welcomed. But I think you have learned a lot if you have gone through this one completely. And if you want me to create this kind of stuff, then please let me know and give your positive comments. So for this video, that is all, that is all there. So thank you very much.